What would you do? I went to take my trash out, and I had my house keys, my car keys, all of my keys on my key ring, and I was holding it with the same hand that I was holding my trash. And as soon as I flung the trash to the dumpster, there went my keys in the dumpster. What would you do? Especially if you lived in a town where you didn't know anybody. Well, just so happens I got family that lives relatively near me in the same town, and so my daughter is going to try to help me get these keys out of the dumpster. And here's the dumpster. You see it over there? Yeah. And it's about 95 degrees out here right now. So we'll see how this turns out. And so you keep watching the parking lot, hoping her car pulls up. And I'll be doggone. There she is.
You vlogging?
Yeah. I was gonna say if you wanted to, I could watch them for a couple hours. It's to the left.
Oh, wait, I ain't looking.
It's like over here. Yeah, let me stop before I drop this one.
Can't see. We don't need my keys going in there. So.
You know?
Where is it?
Let's see, let me move this thing before I drop this.
Ew.
Okay.
This is a good idea getting this
Hanger.
hanger. I don't think about it. You vlogging now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Yeah. I don't know. I've been doing a lot of thinking. There's something refreshing about getting older. It's the familiarity with joy, the familiarity with pain. It's the recognizing patterns and circumstances and personalities. You just become accustomed to the little tidbits in life. And I know a lot of you guys are up there in age like myself, and you know exactly what I'm talking about. There's a downside to getting older, and it's that feeling of loneliness. Even if you're not alone, you have a feeling at times of aloneness. Sometimes that aloneness can be, or loneliness can be, welcoming. Sometimes it can give you a chance to reflect, and other times it really feels like a breath of fresh air. But then there's times where it can be suffocating and loud and familiar. I just wanted to chit-chat with you guys for a while. I'm not doing much today. I'm on vacation. I had planned on going to Florida, but everything it seemed like that could go wrong went wrong. Literally had all my ducks in a row, planned again, and still was not able to get there. And I'm a firm believer that things happen for a reason. And if you listen, you take your time and you pay attention, you listen, you watch, you observe. You observe your life, the happenings, and you begin to see, as I mentioned, patterns. You begin to see there's a message that's sort of pushed out there for you to see. So, not to be melodramatic, but as I mentioned, everything that could go wrong went wrong. So I just inhaled, exhaled, and went with the flow. And I ended up in Chicago for a vacation. I know I look like a tourist, and that's because I am. Even though I was born here, I haven't been here, I don't know how many years.
Cody looks so cute.
He sure does.
He's not intimidated. What you think about everything?
2003.
Okay. So he's about to rock. Always keep it the same one.
I'm out here at the mall getting a few things to take on my trip. Here's my grandson.
Okay.
That's a bone. Oh my God, that's thick. Oh, dinosaurs. These skeletons are large, but they are not from dinosaurs. They're from mammals that lived in Illinois during the Pleistocene, and they became extinct 13,000 years ago. Bears. They look realistic.
What is that skeleton? It's a soul. Oh, what is that skeleton?
Also horse. That's a horse. This ain't real, is it? Oh,
Abraham Lincoln.
what, the typewriter?
Yeah.
Yeah. Refrigerator system.
I know what it is.
I had typing at Lincoln Land. That's how old I am.
It's 1960. It says come on in. You know what those are?
Yeah.
We're allowed to go over there.
No, this is interesting. No.
Oh, I remember them back in the minute.
No.
They still sell those clips and clear.
No, I'm looking at this.
Dad, come on, you make that view. That's what tails are always the whole time team.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, no, they're not. But then fall down.
30 in the morning, and I can't sleep. And mostly that's because I work night shift, and this is my night off, but my brain thinks that I should be working. So I was sitting here and I was thinking about, I wasn't thinking about anything in particular. I was looking for something on television to watch, and there was really nothing that captured my attention, so I was on TikTok just kind of looking at little snippets of videos. You know how TikTok is. And I ran across a video where this woman was explaining what's called aphantasia. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right, but it's apparently a condition where you cannot imagine something. You cannot purposefully pull up an image in your mind. For example, if I say, close your eyes and imagine an apple. Can you imagine an apple in your mind's eye, or is it just black or blank? So I tried that. Close my eyes and imagine an apple. I didn't even have to try. It just was there. As soon as the lady asked everyone to try to take this test, close your eyes and try to envision an apple. Literally, as soon as I closed my eyes, the apple was there in full display, just the way I see an apple with my eyes open and I'm looking at an apple. So apparently there's this sort of spectrum of visualization, and I'm going to put the chart up here. I literally never heard of this ever until literally probably just now. I've given readings in the past, and I've asked people to picture a house, or picture a tree, or picture how your life can be in this direction, or picture this. And I never realized that everyone can't picture things like that. I've even had, in my years of doing readings, I've probably had about 3 or 4 people confess that they couldn't picture, they didn't even know how I was able to do that. But apparently, majority of people, like maybe 95, 98% of people can picture whatever they want to conjure up in their mind. They can picture it. But there's a small percentage of people that cannot see anything except black, just blank. They can't picture anything. Apparently there's this other end of the spectrum where you can picture things exactly in detail the way they look when you see it with your eyes. Well, that's me. I can picture everything, and I assumed everyone could. As a matter of fact, if you ask me to picture an apple, it's there, and then I can almost, and I never even thought about this, that I can almost take an internal flashlight and trace the object. I can see little details within the object or on the outside of it, and to me that's normal. Wow, talking about growth. I never knew that there are actually people who cannot picture a full object the way it normally looks. I don't know. I'm amazed. I really am amazed. Apparently, this is considered a specific condition to be able to not picture things. My question is this: if there's any of you guys who have this, who believe that you have this, where you can't picture anything purposely, picture it in your mind's eye, how do you remember things? How do you remember? I just don't understand. How do you remember what an old classmate looks like? Or how do you remember what your house looked like as a child? You don't remember it, you just look at pictures and you see it, and then you know, and then you remember? Is it tied with memory? I have no idea, but I think it's fascinating. And also, studies have shown that people who have this condition have higher IQs. Apparently not distracted by all these visuals. I feel like sometimes in my head, there's so many visuals, at times I can't even concentrate. Although they say people with the other end of the spectrum like myself have high IQs as well. I don't know how that could be. But I just wanted to share this with you guys and see if you've heard of this, or just picture a balloon and picture it flying around, or picture a kite, or picture your child sitting on the couch watching television. I don't know, I find it amazing. I really do. I can't imagine. I can't imagine, but I can. The mind is wonderful. It's unbelievable. It's just wonderful. And I think the more we evolve, the more we learn about the human brain. They say we only use 10% of our brain. I don't know if that's true or not, but what is the rest of it for if we only use 10%? I don't know. I can not only, when I think about it, I can not only picture images, I can picture smells, I can picture sounds and tastes. I can picture eating an entire chocolate cake. I can taste the chocolate cake in my mind's eye. I can picture being somewhere where I've never been. In my mind's eye, I know what it would be like to visit the moon. I just know it's in my mind. Are we on to something here? And I remember my sister, I told my sister I was afraid of flying. And she asked me, how can you be afraid of flying if you've never flown before? Well, I picture it. I picture myself in a plane, and I picture that I'm afraid of certain things, and I picture, and crashing is not one of them. I just picture that I've flown in a plane and it made me feel uneasy. You know what? I'm going to lay down, get some rest, and I'm going to picture myself counting millions of dollars, maybe billions. I'm going to picture the sunshine permeating through my life. I'm going to picture goodness. I'm going to picture gratitude. And for the people out there who can't necessarily picture, you can say it. You can say it in your mind. You can say that you are grateful, that you feel gratitude in your life. I don't know what that has to do with anything. I haven't had any sleep because I'm a night shift worker. And on my nights off, I sit and I watch television. Maybe there's something to this picturing stuff in correlation with being able to give readings. Something in that. For example, I've never heard anyone say this, but I know this is my experience. When I give someone a reading, it just literally feels like someone asked me to tell them about an experience that I had 10 years ago. And I remember I was in St. Louis. And I remember it had to have been warm outside, but I don't remember which month. And I believe I was on this street, and the street started with an S, something like Spring Street. And I think it was on a Tuesday. But most importantly, I know that I needed to look both ways before I crossed that street because there was a big red truck coming my way. Now, that is the way I would remember something from, say, 10 years ago or 5 years ago, as compared to someone saying, can you give me a reading? My mind thinks I'm revisiting something that happened in my life or that I observed 10 years ago. I don't have all of the details, and I might be wrong on some of the details, but the best that I can tell you is this, this, and this. That's exactly what it feels like to give someone a reading. And maybe one day science can figure all that out. All I know is that's how it feels to try to read someone or to try to envision your own future. You're not making things up at all. It's there. It's there, but it's like a memory. It's like a memory that hasn't happened yet, like a reverse memory. if someone says, do you think I should travel? I'm planning on, going to my high school reunion. Do you think it's safe for me to travel? Sometimes I don't know. I don't know. I think you can take an educated guess and say it's probably going to be safe, but I really don't know. But then there's times I start to trigger that feeling like a memory. And it sometimes will start with a feeling. And it usually will go like this. Someone near something green, near a podium, is going to be standing there with a brown jacket on. They're going to be smoking a cigarette. Or they're going to have something in their hand. Now, you just asked me, is it safe to travel? But this is what I see. There's going to be, near that podium where that man is, there's a wooden thing, and be careful because you can scrape your arm on it because I can feel it on my arm. And that's it. So, is it safe to travel? Yes. But there's going to be a little snippet of something that you're going to experience. Man, write that down because I'll never be able to repeat that again, because people always ask me for readings. I give readings, and I don't always get every single detail, but I get enough detail to predict how an event will go. Now, when it comes to conjuring up something in my mind, and when I say conjure up, I mean something more abstract, like what are the 10 things that will happen in 2024? Give me 10 things that you feel will happen in the future. Now, I'm not making a formal prediction here, but I would see something like this, for example. Well, one thing, there's going to be something in 2024 that we will experience that we already experienced. Something will come back up again. Number 2, there's something about a foot fungus, similar to athlete's foot. Something about swimming pools, and because I smell chlorine. Let's see in the entertainment field if I can feel anything. In the entertainment field, let's go through the entertainers: Beyonce, Kim Kardashian, Kanye West, Jay-Z, Taylor Swift, Leonardo DiCaprio, Stevie Wonder. Now, these are people, this is just random. I don't know what any of that means, but this is just random. And it almost feels like I'm going through these names to see if I can get a hit in my mind's eye. And so far, I haven't. Michael Douglas. And then, what's his name? He's a former athlete. And he has a son named EJ something. He just came in my mind. I don't know his name, though. Oh, Magic Johnson's son. Came in my mind. I don't know what that means, why I see him. Hopefully it's something great. So it kind of goes like that. And I just naively think that everybody can do this with practice. It's in our mind. The ability to do this is in our mind. Anyway, it's in my mind. So I want to leave you with this. I've put some clips together just throughout the early part of the summer, hanging out with my grandkids and my kids, and a little bit of just, living my life here and there. I really... I don't know. I want to leave you guys with this. Sometimes you can take a boring day, a day where you don't have anything to do. You're just bored. You don't know what to do. Oh, and by the way, I don't know if I said this already, but my hair, I dyed it very, very light, and as you can see, some of it is grown out. I'm going to retouch it. I like my hair this color. I don't know, it makes me feel a little bit younger, a little bit more brighter, so to speak. But if you find yourself bored for a day, you don't have to go to work and have anything in particular to do. Here's a challenge. Get out and about. Don't look for anything in particular to do. Don't call up a friend to do something with. Just, if you can, open the door, lock it, and go outside. Just, if you take your garbage out, don't throw the trash out with the keys in your hand. That's the only thing. But take a walk outside. If you're not able to take a walk outside, and you're able to open the window and get some fresh air, and just sit there and ponder, or let life ponder you, and let me know how you feel. No expectations, no goals, just get out of the house or open a window and take in some fresh air and let me know how you feel. I'm going to sign off. Until next time, I'm sending you guys love and light, wishing you the best of the best. Until my next video. Oh, if you can, consider subscribing to this channel. And if you've never seen any of my videos until now, it's usually about missing people and me using my mind's eye to try to help my fellow man. Even though I give readings, sometimes I just do it to help my fellow man or do it to enhance my senses and to teach others to do the same, to make life a little bit better. Wishing you the best of the best. This is Tomorrow Again. If you need to contact me, this is how you can contact me. This is how I can be reached. MsPsychicDetective@gmail.com. And for the heading, put attention tomorrow again. And then I'll see it on my email, and then I'll give that instant attention. Until then, wishing you the best of the best. Thanks.